All right, well, we're going to do a quick little roundup here in this last segment because we had so much ransomware news to get to this week that we couldn't pick which article. We're like, let's just do all three.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're going for the trifecta, and so we'll kind of rapid fire through these. So let's start with the first one over at slashdot.org. Ransomware encrypts South Africa's entire Department of Justice network. And that, if I'm not correct, that's bad. And I feel like South Africa is like the old American Wild West.
I will say this, though. They did actually continue in business continuity. They continued moving. They had a backup plan for when something like this happened, where they switched to manual stuff, and now they're recovering. And so they kind of gracefully, at least from the article, it seems like they walked through this not unscathed, but it could have been a whole lot worse. And now they're finding themselves in a recovery phase. So kudos to them for at least having a backup plan, because it's too many times we hear, oh, well, I guess we're just going to...
so let all the criminals go.
Pipeline.
Yeah, open the jails because we don't have any records.
You
gotta
what are we going to do?
Yeah. Did they pay in Krugerrands, though?
Yeah,
exactly.
Gold coins.
Well, I think... that's. I mean, if anyone's watching this that is involved with the student loan industry, maybe take this as an idea. Go ahead and ransomware them. See what happens.
Ransomware them.
Isn't that what Ferris Bueller did? Or
essentially, yeah.
No. I'm sorry. War Games. War Games.
Okay.
That was
But
changes.
Ferris Bueller changed his grades too.
Yeah.
That's true.
Matthew Broderick is like
that was the big thing.
hacker.
If you're in school, the one thing you want to do is slack off and still make all A's. So obviously, you're going to change your grades. I used to have kids come to me when I was in school and say, "Can you change my grade?" And I'm like,
no.
Hack into this. I mean, your grade's already printed, moron. It's not like they would come with their report card. Can you change this?
That grade? Yeah. Should have seen me a week ago.
Yeah, it's a little late for this, honestly.
All right. Well, speaking of a little late, the next article in the trifecta is from Bleeping Computer and REvil or REvil, because we've still not decided how we're going to pronounce that. Ransomware master decryptor released for past victims. Meaning, if you were hit by this ransomware and just said, you know what, I'm just going to wait this out, then now it's time to get back to work. The vacation is over because the master decryptor is out. So, you can get them files back. So congratulations on that. And how long has this been? What was this, a couple months?
A couple months.
Yeah.
Back in July, was it?
So.
June or July?
I mean, is this typical for
June
any
or
kind
July?
of...
I can't remember.
Maybe late June, early July, we'll call it. Is this typical for most ransomware that eventually a master key is released, or is that not the case?
I've never got hit with ransomware. So.
Well, normally, I mean, it's like if we were hit by the same ransomware, we work at different companies, I'm going to get a different key than you,
Correct.
right? So it's not like I could just share my key to you.
Sometimes that doesn't happen. So we saw, sometimes there is people that reuse stuff. It just comes from just any kind of coding, right?
Yeah.
You make mistakes. Even the bad guys make mistakes from time to time, and they reuse a key. If anybody gets that key, they can set it out there. What's interesting about this article, though, is that they say, we received the keys from a trusted law enforcement partner, and unfortunately, this is the only information we are at liberty to disclose right now.
And this is Bitdefender saying this because they're the ones that have the encryptor.
So it's so they either hacked REvil in some way, shape, or form, or they've got an insider in REvil that is...
Or there's a guy at REvil that has no more fingernails,
and
he's the guy.
That could be true. That could be true.
Yeah, the guy with two broken hands at the hacker meeting going.
Yeah, what happened to you? Well,
I don't know what happened.
I fell down an elevator shaft onto some pliers.
Yeah, well, that's a shame. All right, well, let's look at several times, repeatedly. Yeah.
Just kept falling.
All right, let's look at the last in this trifecta of ransomware articles. This one's from the Wall Street Journal. The U.S. to target crypto ransomware payments with sanctions, because sanctions, they solve everything, if I've learned anything.
You're sanctioned.
So, oh, damn it. So this basically means that if there are payment providers, I guess, like you can't sanction Bitcoin, but you can sanction the marketplaces that people use to buy and sell Bitcoin.
Feeders,
so if they see that those services have been used by these hackers, we can track them through their wallet ID, then they're going to get sanctioned. And we've actually seen the first one come out, because this article is from a few days ago. But today there's an article about the U.S. Treasury issuing the first ever sanctions against a crypto exchange for aiding ransomware attacks, and that is a Russian-owned but based in the Czech Republic company called Suex, S-U-E-X. So they are the first to receive these sanctions. So do you think this is a good move? Think this will help?
Interesting. So I'm reading a different article because I got paywalled by the Wall Street Journal on that article.
Yep.
And it says, these new sanctions and rules don't appear to be meant for the cryptocurrency payment industry writ large. Instead, they're supposed to target specific individuals, the journal says, with the hope of deterring others from having anything to do with ransomware.
I don't know how you do that, because isn't the whole point you don't know who those individuals are?
You can see that an exchange has been made, if I'm not mistaken, and like who made an exchange.
And you could tie that back if you knew that information.
Right. And you can say, you made an exchange, you've broken the law, I'm coming after you.
But if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, what we're seeing here is it's always an after the fact. So if I'm just using, let's say Suex here, or Coinbase or something like that, where you're doing it, how do they know that someone making a request for that money or transferring it is for a ransomware attack, or I'm borrowing, I'm buying Uncle Buddy's, old Volvo?
Like the only transactional history is like the wallets, who owns them, and what was transferred.
Well, that's what the memo line is for on the checks.
That's what
with the memo line.
So make sure
checks,
you don't put ransomware when you do that.
Ransomware payment, August 2021.
I used to always mess with people with those, be like illicit photos and things, and like, I can't take this to the bank. They don't care. They're not looking at that.
If you enjoyed that segment, be sure to check out our entire podcast, available in the playlist right here. And you can always subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech news and other happenings in the IT world. Be sure to tune in every Thursday for new episodes. I hope to see you there.